Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel English Literature. Today we're going to talk about Shakespeare's sonnet number 73. That time of year thou mayst in me behold. So you can say that it is a goodbye sonnet, and the poet speaker, the narrator, the poetic voice is asking his friend. We all know that Shakespeare has dedicated his sonnets from the earlier sonnets to his friend Mr. W.H. And now in this sonnet he is asking his friend to behold something within him. And what is this? That's something that some particular time of the year he is asking his friend to behold, and that time is symbolized and designed by these lines. That time of year means a particular time of year thou mayst in me behold. You can see within me. What time? When yellow leaves or none or few do hang, means there will be yellow leaves in a particular time of year, when there will be yellow leaves and there will be very few upon those boughs which shake against the cold. So the poet is asking that in a particular time of year you will find me, you will see within me these symbols of the season. And these symbols, when yellow leaves, few leaves and shake against the cold, this season is the season of autumn. In this poem there are several metaphors and symbols you will find, and among them there is the season cycle, symbol of seasons. Symbol of seasons means particular season is used as a symbol of particular phase of human life. Just as the summer season is the peak of our life, the vitality, the strength, when we are too much full of energy and life. And after that come autumn, that is the middle age, when we are going towards being old, we are progressing towards old age. And winter means coldness, as death brings coldness, so winter season is compared to death. So the different seasons is used as symbols in this poem and several of Shakespeare's poems and throughout the history of poems. So in this sonnet, autumn is used in the sense that the poet is suggesting that he is gradually progressing towards his end of life, that is death. Crossing the Bird, Tennyson's poem. Do you remember Crossing the Bird? And there is a line that at the end of the line, it was just like twilight, evening is coming. So you will find that even various times of day symbolizes various phases of life, as if dawn, the time dawn. In that time, a child just gives birth, you can symbolize in this way, that's the beginning of life. And in the morning and noon, there is growth and flourishment. And in the afternoon and twilight, evening, this phase of life is you are gradually going towards death, decay, you are gradually winning. And night sells everything to death. So as seasons acts as symbol, so also the different phases of our life, different phases of our time, of a day's, different phases of a particular day also symbolizes different phases of our life. Okay, and now come to the poem. Upon those boughs which shake against the cold, bare ruin foil. And now the ruined means dilapidated conditions. Ruin means the condition is dilapidated, and it is the bare, there is none, it is desolated. Choir means a particular place, particular part of the cathedral where divine services are held, and also choir refers to the place where the singers sing the song. Now earlier sweet birds used to sing there, but now they are dilapidated, they are deserted, and only some yellow leaves are shaking against the cold. There is severe cold winter is threatening the boughs. The cold winter bridge is threatening the few leaves that are yellow. In me thou seest the twilight of such day, So I just told you that different phases of time, different times of the day, like dawn, morning, and noon, afternoon, twilight, these things, and night, evening, and then night. These phases of a day is also used as symbol in this poem. And twilight is the gradual progressing towards night. Twilight suggests the gradual progressing towards night, and night symbolizes death. So in me thou seest the twilight of such day, the faint light. Twilight refers, twilight, there is when the sun is going to set. Sun is not totally set, sun is going to set. And you will find a faint light. So in the first quatrain, these 4 lines, the time of year thou mayst in me behold, he used this verb, and here he describes about leaves. He compares, the poet compares his condition with certain types of leaves. And now he is saying in this part, after second quatrain, in this second quatrain, he is telling about the metaphor of different phases of a day. Here was the metaphor from tree or leaves, you can say, and now here is the metaphor from different phases of a day. As after sunset fadeth in the west. So after sunset there will be no light, which by and by black night doth take. By and by, what does it mean? By and by means gradually, which gradually night will overcome. So night will overcome gradually what? The twilight, the last hope. And sunset, sunset here stands for death. Death's second self, that seals up all in rest. So what is meant by death's second self? Death's second self refers to night. Death's second self refers to night. What happens in night? In night we just at night we all go to sleep, and so also okay, I think okay, it has come. Sorry for the inconvenience. At night what happens? At night we all get rest. So night closes in rest, and death closes in eternal rest. So that's why night is called death's second self. That seals up all in rest. Seals up. Death's second self, that seals up all in rest. You find here the alliteration. Alliteration of self, second. Now as seals up means closes everything. Now as night is death's second self, night seals us all in rest. So also death seals us in coffin. Coffin is in particular sense and in eternal rest, you can say. So death seals us in eternal rest, and from that rest we cannot be awakened in the morning. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire. Oh, okay. Here the second quatrain ends and we find third quatrain. There is again another metaphor is used and symbol. Symbol of fire. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire. That kind of fire. Okay. Try to understand here this symbol. I can draw here, I think. You know, I'm so excellent in drawing. Let's see. When the fire is first kindled with the logs, these are the logs. Just imagine, just use your imaginative power. And now the fire is flaming. So when the fire is first burned, it is very vital. It is leaping, its flame is leaping all around and it is full of strength and destructive power. It is glowing. And in me thou seest the glowing of such fire. So the phrase indicates that the poet is an allusion between an external image. This is the external image and the internal image. Internal vitality, internal strength is compared with that external phenomena of a leaping fire. So when the fire first burns, it burns blazingly. But gradually what happens? Gradually it loses its strength. It just, there is some charcoal, cinder, ashes is left for. You know, when we first burn the fire, the cycle of fire, you just imagine the cycle of fire. When you first burn the fire, there you will find blazing fire, and then there will be just cinder, there will be some burnt charcoals. Why this space is going out again and again, I don't understand what is happening here. Now it is calm. It is like that Macbeth's witches, or the dagger, not witches, but that dagger going away and coming, going away and coming. Okay, now this cycle of fire, at the end there remain only ashes. What happened to our life after death? There remain only ashes. So the fierceness, the strength of fire gradually dwindle. From that living fire you find only cinder or embers, some charcoals, burning charcoals, and finally there will be only ashes. So in this quatrain he is again using another metaphor. So the poet speaker is reinforcing his state of life, that is the old age, that is gradually he is going towards his last phase of life. He is reinforcing his phases of life through several symbols and metaphors. And in these quatrains, the first quatrain he uses the metaphors from trees and leaves, and in second he uses the metaphor from that seasons, different phases of time, different phases of day. And the third quatrain he is again using the cycle of fire as the symbol to make us understand that in which particular phase of life he is now inhabiting. Okay, there is sad note in the poem. Of course there is sad note. I told you at the very beginning that it is like a goodbye poem. The poet is saying goodbye to his friend, that I am going away, and in me you will behold these phases of time. And now line number, that on ashes of his youth doth lie. That on the ashes of his youth doth lie. Now the leaping flame of youth, the vitality, the strength, the energy, whatever is in youth is gradually dying down to ashes. As the deathbed wherein must expire, where it means life, means youth, that vitality, that in deathbed whatever fire we are within, fire means the quintessential spirit, the elixir of our life. So whatever vitality is within us, it must die in the deathbed. Expire means finish. It must expire means it must finish. Now, at first we find the dying leaves, then we find the dying time, the sunset, and now we find the dying of fire. Consumed with that which it was nourished by. Now this line is very, very important. Consumed with that. This is, now here the quatrain is going to finish, the third quatrain, 3 quatrain and a couplet. Now this quatrain is going to finish. Consumed with that which it was nourished by. So once it was nourished, it was the fire, the fuel that once nourished the fire is now causing it to dwindle to ashes. The fuel, that life spirit, that vitality that once helped me to thrive, to grow, is now pushed me in the old age, and now I am dying. So the fuel that was making me a living being, making me full of vitality, full of youth, is now causing me to dwindle, to die in ashes. So this thou perceives. Here is again this sad note is continuing. This thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong. what what happened. Perceive means feel. When we feel that we are going to be parted for someone very favorite to us, when we feel that we are going to be parted from someone very special to us, our love for that particular person grow. And if someone is diagnosed with some disease, fatal disease, or he is going to die due to old age, our love for that person grows, because we feel that very soon we are going to be parted. So the poet is using that sentiment here, that emotion here. He is saying his friend that this thou perceive, when you feel that. So through these three quatrains, he tries to make his friend understand his condition. Perhaps his friend is ignorant about his condition, so he is trying to make him understand. That try to understand that in which phase of life I am. Just try to feel it. I am like the autumnal leaves that is shaking by the cold winter. I am like the time twilight is fading away from my life, and after sunset night is going to just overpower me. And I am like that fire that has going turning into ashes. Just behold, just see, just perceive. And when you will perceive, when you will be able to perceive completely, your love for me will increase. The love that will, which thou must leave me alone. And when I will be no more, you will be there. When I will be no more, you will be there to continue the life. So, this departing, in that there is some hope, that when I will be no more, you will be there. So, there is the hope. When we go away, we feel that I am going away and there will be these persons, I am leaving them. It is a beautiful sonnet, and it is obviously very, very important sonnet. Thank you for staying with me. If you feel that I can make you understand, I will be very happy. Have a good day. And I am sweating, you can see. Actually, if there will be sound, if we just give the ceiling fan, there will be too much sound, too much noise, and it is humid and hot summer here in West Bengal, India. Thank you.